Hi everyone, it's Max here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you exactly what I did in order to secure a mortgage with zero net income. That's right, you heard it correctly. And for full disclosure, this is extremely situational for my case, and you may not be qualified for this. But I'm going to be going over exactly what I did just to get this mortgage. First of all, I should also mention that I was working in a full-time job, in an office job, up until earlier this year. I believe it ended like January 31st. And I transitioned over to running my own Amazon business. So technically I am generating a lot of revenue, but because I'm actually using a lot of money as well to basically pay up my inventory expenses and just trying to rapidly expand. So therefore my net income becomes negative right now. And I don't know about other countries, but I did a lot of research and I've been contacting a couple of banks within Canada, and they said that there is a newcomers program designed for basically any newcomers who just got their PR or citizenship in Canada to be able to qualify for a mortgage, which makes a lot of sense because if you just arrive in the country, you may not have any verified source of income, or you can't really provide your T4, or I don't know what the form is called in other country when you file your tax return, and getting the T4 from your employer. Now the downside to this newcomers program is that you still have to show them that you're making income in some ways, and in my particular case it's very difficult because I'm actually like I said, self-employed, which in the banks is like all those commercial banks' eyes, it's basically the same as being unemployed unless you have consistently file your like self-employment taxes for at least like 2 to 3 years, depending on the bank, just to show them that you have some sort of record in history that you're making consistent income, which I did not have because I just started this year. You are also required to put a 35% deposit, which is a substantial amount, which my mom helped me, so thanks to her. And realizing that you may not be qualified for this mortgage because it was very difficult for me to actually find a bank that is willing to work with me. So I actually contacted a couple of banks and I got rejected, saying that obviously I need to provide them the self-employment income, like just to show them that I have a proof of income. However, when I went to the contacting a mortgage specialist in Canada with the bank called RBC, she was willing to work with me for some reason, and I mean thanks to her as well. And she was basically asking me what my degree was essentially. So I told her, I graduated from UBC with this degree, and she basically just looked up and using something called a predicted salary or something like that. So she was basing my salary based on my education background and to how much I should be making, as opposed to how much I actually make. And luckily for me, because I'm actually running an Amazon business, I was able to basically show her the Amazon payout, which is a substantial amount as well, because whenever you get a payout, it's quite a large amount. So I don't want to get into it in details, but when you're running an Amazon business, the payout is basically subtracting from the Amazon fee, and everything else is basically the amount of payments you will get. But of course, it doesn't really take into account the product cost or where you get it from and blah, blah, blah. But still, it looks good. I guess it looks good to the bank. I don't know what she used to consider. So that's what I provided to her. I'm actually probably earning a lot less than that, but yeah. And she also checked like all those other, I don't know, backgrounds that I have to submit all those bunch of documents, including my PR card and everything like that. And the last thing that she helped me, which was very nice of her, is that she told me to basically provide her with the tax income, like T1, oh sorry, it was a T1 notice of assessment in Canada, that's what the form is called, to her based on the last year's T1, as opposed to the coming tax year of 2020, which obviously you can't file until the following year, which comes into my favor because she also said that if I were to do this next year, I would have to provide her the T1 assessment of the current year, which is the 2020, which technically I'm also earning unemployment insurance, which would not look good at all in the mortgage applications for the underwriter and stuff like that. So basically that's in a nutshell of how I managed to secure the mortgage for my current home. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I posted a short video in my previous video. Anyways, I hope you find some value to it. And if you're looking to get a home and you don't have a lot of income, just try to look into just contacting several banks and see what they can do to work with you and all the stuff, because you just never know. Like, I contacted a couple of banks and I got rejected, but there's one bank who's willing to work with me, so that's great. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the content, and you're welcome to DM me on Instagram or leave a comments below if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.